Yo, right now you're listening to Nothing Major, Nothing Mad, just a Nothing But Music podcast. We got myself, Benzo, in the building, and with my brother H. Episode 36.
Yeah, we're back. Obviously, thank you for all the support on the last episode with Leo. Yeah, that was a good episode.
Good episode, man.
Obviously, got to do that up. The week before, we done the Digger D thing. So obviously, yeah, if you haven't listened to that, yeah, go check that out. Check out our hot takes on that album.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of good responses from that one. A lot of interesting responses.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up Leah for coming. She came, chopped it up with us, man. That's on our channel as well, of course, and it's on Spotify, all our streaming platforms, everything like that.
Do that up.
Yeah, so we're just coming for you, coming consistent every week, you know the deal. And then yeah, man, a lot of things to discuss, like a lot of important releases.
Yeah, a couple.
Even stuff today, even like come out Nux and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I haven't had a chance to even take that in, but you haven't it.
Yeah. It's tuning Stormzy. That was hard.
Yeah.
That was hard. I forgot what it's called. Something or the other with Stormzy, but that was very, very cold.
Yeah.
Can't lie, the beat was cold.
I need to hear it.
Die Hard, that's what it's called. So yeah, go do that up.
You speaking of Stormzy, you see him at the Met Gala?
What happened there?
Nothing happened, just that he was there, innit? Like,
Stormzy at the Met Gala?
yeah, he was there with like all Nicki and that. Pick up him still. I know he's been in that class, but just to see him amongst that.
To see him, amongst that kettle of fish. Bless you. I respect that.
That's the first time I think I ever sneezed in this podcast.
You know what? I was going to say, that's the first time I think we've ever had a sneezer on the podcast.
Yeah, because you're the one doing the sniffling thing.
Yeah, all the sniffling, coughing. Bro, that was mad. That was like a couple weeks. I had that run at the start. It was just, bro, every episode I'd be ill.
That time it was audio only from people
literally,
thinking it's Frankenstein.
I'm so glad you couldn't see me sniffling down my sleeves and that.
Yeah,
but
obviously everyone's healthy now. Shout out Nuri on the visuals.
Yeah, man, obviously.
I mean, I think the act's going to be somewhere around here. She's going to put it somewhere.
Yeah. You'll see the Nuria Pascu.
Yeah, man. But what else dropped? Future's album dropped. I Never Liked You. That's what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, came just surprised. He previewed it a couple of days before.
Yeah, it came as a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was good for what it was. Like, I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was good for what it was. Like,
really?
In terms of just like, you know what Future gives you, innit? Like, it's just that the lit music gives you the wave. It's the wave. It's
I don't know.
It's just the wave. It's the vibe. That's what Future gives you, innit? I'm not his biggest fan, but I won't discredit that. There are some tunes on there that I like, innit? What are you saying?
I'm thinking, bro, someone from that kind of like school of like the early Drake, early Lil Wayne, like, you know, Future is from that kind of class of the early thugs and that. So like looking at everyone else's albums that have come out from his class, like, okay, excluding Nicki, trash, but like all these other like Young Thug's album, Drake's album, bro, why is Future's almost consistently
Future's
the
a bit
weakest?
later though, is it not?
Huh?
Future's a bit later than Future's like
okay, he's a little bit later than like the early Lil Wayne kind of around 2012, but bro, around then, like, he's from that era. That was his prime was around then, arguably.
No,
but why is it that his albums
the weakest, you said?
Yeah, like out of everyone in that school, this one, what's weak about this album?
Yeah, because you know him better than me.
Bare filler songs. I thought bare filler songs, like songs, bro. The best song on this album again was Drake and Thames. Why? Tell me why. Explain to me why the two features Thames on this album washed you.
Thames.
And bro, you didn't even need to be on that song. Like, he didn't need to be on that track.
Drake gave him some vintage vibe on that song though. I like that.
If Drake came with a it's so bad to say this, but if Drake came instead of Future on that, and that was a Drake and Thames song, that's song of the summer, 100%.
I think song of the summer. The video dropped. I need to check that.
I haven't seen that.
I'm gonna have to check that. You see, okay, the only point that I will trash with you is For or Not. That was a crap song in my opinion. But what I don't like is with Young Thug and Gunna.
Oh,
well, you know what I'm saying about people that they see those three on the track and
they're like, the goats.
They just start twerking.
No.
Like relax. They just put it because it's like they know because some people know it's gonna be a bait song.
Yeah.
So they just post it on their story like this song's hard. Like, I'm listening to it. I'm gonna for a nut. Like,
it's not.
I'm not listening to that.
If you think about it, okay, like strip away all the hype and everything. If you just take a step back and simply compare it to all of his other collabs. Like, bro, it's weak. All their other collabs, the three of like some of the hottest rappers, bro.
Yeah.
How are they making?
Yeah, but you know, I don't really expect much on them three link up, man. Individually, them are cool.
I do.
Not with them three. We haven't got a good Future and Young Thug for a while now, man. Like,
That's true.
Pushing
That's
P.
true.
Was Future and Pushing P? I could be wrong. Hold on.
I think so, yeah. I think he was, right?
That song's arse cheeks, bro. That's total.
Facts,
it's
though.
Total.
It's so true.
It's total just.
Pushing P. Yeah, Future's on that.
Pushing
as well.
P. Pushing. But you know, I call them clout songs. Them songs are just for like the clout. People just bang them for the clout. Like, it's just long.
Pushing P. Who's listening to that now? Who genuinely is listening to that and thinking, that was a
That's
great
my
song.
negative side come out of it. Now, I'll be real. Puffing on Zooties.
Buffing on Zooty was alright. First time I heard it, I was like,
that's the one for me. That's the one.
but what is it with these Americans
Puffin' on
coming
Zooty,
over here, taking our lingo and making it cringe?
Puffing
Who
on
calls it a
Zooties.
Zooty, bro?
But it flows though. He said.
Flows, yeah, puffing on Zooty.
He said, got a little bad bitch, little better than Cassie. Puffing on Zooties, and she calling me daddy because
Yeah.
Cassie and Puff Daddy. Yeah, bro, he's hard.
Yeah,
He's
that's
hard.
gold.
I got that from a reaction channel. Don't think I just thought of that in my head.
I was gonna say, bro, damn.
I'm not a wizard like that. But he was like, I was like, raw. But he's just the way he makes it flow. Is like, if I'm good, you're helping me win. Like, bro, that song's hard.
Cold,
Fam.
but
And the beat, apparently Roddy Rich had that beat before. Not apparently, he did. There's a video where Roddy Rich he's rapping over that same beat. Doesn't sound as good.
obviously
But
not.
this Puffin and Zooty song, Voodoo of Kodak.
Yeah.
And, where Kodak singing, I'm telling you, Kodak, we've been saying this, innit? Kodak's on a feature run, a golden feature run right now.
Literally.
Different vibes, different lanes.
His
and
thing
just
on No
bodying.
Caps album, that was cold.
No
You put me
Caps.
onto that.
Young and Ace. Why am I jam now? Gunner's Ting. His song with Lord Durk, that wasn't a feature, but you know, we'll take it. And his Future Ting. And it's just like, yeah, obviously I'm a movie. I can't just forget all my songs I'm talking about with Kodak. But yeah, bro, Kodak is on fire right now.
Cold. And I didn't manage to listen to
Oh,
all of...
Mop Stick, French Montana. Yeah, bro, crazy.
I haven't managed to listen to all of No Caps album, innit? But that Mr. Crawford, the first song, bro, that was so cold. That was so cold. That was like that old, like, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne.
Yeah, paying
tune,
homage
innit?
to Jay-Z.
Hey, Mr. Carter. Cold.
Yeah, no, of course. No Cap, that tape was hard. I think everyone
That was so
thought
sick,
that tape
man.
was hard. If you like that nice laid back melodic but mad production.
But it's
into one.
different. It's different because you
Yeah.
haven't heard them guitars like that. Like,
But yeah, his production. If you like good production but laid back melody, then No Cap's your man. But
Yeah.
there's another song on this. There's another song that there was one song that was like way better. What is it called? I've only heard the tape like twice. My bad. Oh, what's it called? Just the Beginning. That was cold. I don't get Just the Beginning.
yeah.
Nice nice real tune. You get Love You Better. That's definitely a lotion song to get you in that. You get me? But
Yeah.
I feel like that's a nice chilled song. Like it's a nice chilled song for that mood.
Yeah.
And I think Future does do well in that girl mood. I don't know. Don't you think?
Future does, yeah.
That
Definitely
song,
on
My
that kind
Collection,
of like,
that mellow.
I think Future and Kodak do very well in them kind of, they're mellow and like, I love you. Like them
But
kind
Future's more like Kodak's more heartfelt. I say than Future is.
of. I agree, but I think that's just, I don't know, maybe because we're hearing him singing it in his little raspy voice. That's why you just feel it more. Like they're both do that thing on them kind of emotional.
The Drake song, the I'm on one. I didn't need that.
Nah, I expected a lot more because obviously the name.
We're saying for the Kanye one.
Whack.
Yeah, I didn't
Whack,
like it.
bro.
I didn't like it either.
Video was
Nothing
cool,
really
but-
special, but obviously because it's Future and Kanye, obviously eyes are gonna be on it.
Yeah,
so I just
everyone's gonna say, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but I didn't.
But to me, it was like they traded verses. Wasn't Future on Kanye's thing as well, right? On
Yeah, everyone was on Kanye's thing, bro.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who's on that. But what were we gonna say? So what's today's episode about?
today,
The bulk of
it's
it.
about hot takes, man.
Hot takes, man. Sizzling hot takes. Because obviously we give our opinions a lot, but now we're gonna get some hot takes. It's gonna be like, huh? Some of them you won't think.
Some hot takes. Some of these, I don't know. To me, they're hot. They might not be to others, innit? some people might think, damn, that's just.
Yeah.
I agree. But some others might think, what?
Yeah.
But that's the point.
So I'm gonna say one, H gonna say one, and vice versa. So we got 3 each, could be 4, you know, depending on how long we got left in them things, like, you know, structured term. But yeah, we got 3 hot takes each. What was your first one, H?
My first one, speaking of Drake again, Drake's last good body of work was in 2016.
So are you counting views?
No, 2016. So 2016 was. So, if you're reading this, it's too late. That came out in 2015.
So can we repeat that again? Drake's last good body of work.
Drake's last good body of work was in 2016.
Okay.
Right now, I know people are gonna be like, what? But he released this, but Scorpion, but Certified Lover Boy, but no, I don't care because that wasn't. Are you listening to Scorpion now? Be honest.
No, one song.
One song. What's that
Michael
song?
Jackson.
Calm. And I'm listening to one song. If you lot can see this, this is all I've saved. Excuse my phone's dirty in it, but the only song from that album I've saved is Mob Ties. That's the only good one.
Yeah, Mob Ties.
Mob Ties are a banger in it, but that's the only. That doesn't make the album good. Same with More Life, right?
Yeah, Scorpion was
4 songs. That doesn't make the album good. I like Fake Love. I like a couple songs.
Yeah, the album isn't. The album of Scorpion isn't good.
Nah, and the album of More Life wasn't great. The album, do you know what I mean? Things like Certified Lover Boy.
What's not good about them? What do you think it is? Like, what's not good about?
Bro, you see when Drake came with this was in 2015, right? If you're reading this, it's too late. To me, that's Drake's best body of work, I think. Why that was so cold to me, bro. He came with different kind of confidence. The beats were hard. He was flowing on every
Then again,
single
there's a song
beat,
on there.
like,
It's probably my favorite. 6 p.m. in New York.
on
one of my favorite
if you're
Drake
reading this,
songs.
it's too late.
But I wouldn't say it's his best project. But that's one of my favorite Drake songs. But yeah, go on.
Cold, bro. No, he's got bang, bro. Like, I'm going through here. Jungle, You in the Six Man.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, oh my days. Like, legendary songs, song after song. Like, did you get when back in 2015? All right, when this came out, it was crazy. All the Charged Up, the single that he done before.
I didn't like that.
That was hard. I'm charged up. Cold.
Yeah, that was meant to be like a little pre diss to me, wasn't it?
Bro, yeah. And then
Yeah.
he done the right hand thing. That was cold, back to back. He
Yeah.
had that run of, oh my days, this guy is on something. And then he dropped the album, right? Legend, the first track on the album. Cold. Energy. 10 bands. Know yourself. No telling.
Know
Like,
yourself. Ooh.
bam, 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 bam. All after the other.
Ooh.
God.
Yeah, I need to listen to this again.
Bro, like, I'm gonna need to. And I'm so
10
sorry.
bands. That's that song you play in the winter, boy.
10, bro, literally.
Yeah,
10 bands.
the jugged season, boy. When you're them cold walks of work. Yeah, we keep it pushing.
Yeah, bro.
Ooh.
Oh my days. And
So you think What a Time to Be Alive is just 015?
015, yeah.
I don't like that album, so yeah, you said.
015 and
So
his
you
last
think
good body-
that's his last good body of work is What a Time to Be Alive, or if you're reading this is too late?
What Time to Be Alive, but that I'm aware that was in 2015, right? But Views was in 2016, and the reason why I just left that 2016 was because Views wasn't, like, to me, that wasn't the best album, but it's, I think, Views was his last good album. It was his last decent album. Everything since then has just been on a downward spiral, bro. But it's,
CLB could have been good, but a lot of filler in there. Like
I like the rapping Drake in it. It depends. People like different eras of Drake. People like the Gallus Drake,
I like the blended. Like
the
you know when
hybrid
it's,
Drake who does a bit of everything.
Headlines is my favorite Drake song.
Yeah.
So it's like rapping and singing. I like
Yeah.
the blended, like best I ever had, or I don't need him necessarily all singing. I don't necessarily all rapping, but I do like when he just blend. That's why he's got a song in his Pipe Down. That's my that tune. And his new thing and Race My Mind as well. I wanna do the Race My.
No, that tune with Jay-Z I liked a lot. This recent
Nah.
thing. But even on that, man, like, well, I've only liked a couple songs. I've only saved, and of those saved songs, I'll tell you what I actually listen to on a daily basis, right? From Certified Lover Boy, nothing.
You know what? I think
Nothing.
I said nothing. You're violating.
Absolutely nothing.
There was
nothing.
Certified Lover Boy had Girls Want Girls as a banger. Pipe Down. Effing Fan.
I'm not still listening to these songs. Like, they might be good, but
7 a.m. on the
Dark Lane
Bridal
demo
Path.
tapes. Like, what was that, bro? Dark Lane demo tapes. Like, all right.
I didn't like that at all. That's when he had the drill on there and that.
Yeah, like.
bro.
Man,
But unless
the
you know,
Tusi
I'm
slide,
not like with the Drake's album thing. I just feel like he just. maybe it's his fans. Maybe I do like the fans cloud my person, like, because fans like they just meat ride anything.
Yeah.
Like, especially Drake fans. Like, if you give a little bit of criticism, he's Drake. He can do what he wants.
Yeah. But he's the GOAT though. But no one else is doing what he's doing. No one else has sold this. No one else is. Oh, bro, like give it a rest. Like just forget that he's Drake for just 2 seconds and just think of him as any other rapper. You would not like this album. It's only because he's Drake that you're liking this album. Innit? That's my personal opinion. If
I feel like he needs to collab with.
Get at us.
I think I would like to see Drake collab with different types of artists, not just like.
Not just the same few people.
And yeah. I feel like I wouldn't mind a Drake Road Wave.
Yeah, a Drake Kodak Black would be. That would be
Yeah,
so hard.
but like, I wouldn't mind like collaborate with someone like a Drake Polo. Like collaborate. Let's collaborate with the Futures and like 21 Savages.
Yeah, the people that I kind of expect him to collab with anyway. Like,
yeah, I
he
would
does
like
do
push
that.
the boat out a bit.
Yeah,
I know he's done that before with gigs and all that.
he does that with people like Smiley. Cause
He does that. I'm saying about
those
collaborate.
tracks. They don't
Drake,
really.
Youngboy, or you a collab?
Mm.
Why ain't they collab? Like Lil Durk and Drake, they can do that song better. Laugh Now Cry Later was great for the moment, but I'm talking about that Lil Durk. If Lil Durk wants to go Lil Durk, them and Drake can make some good music,
Yeah.
but it's whether they want to. Not. Okay, but my hot take. Gee, that was a hot take still.
That was a hot take, innit?
I always say
Definitely gonna catch corn for that.
Drip Too Hard was an overrated song.
Overrated song.
Yeah.
I think so. Overrated doesn't take away from the fact that it's
I
a
think
banger.
that tape was overrated as well.
That tape.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep saying that Lil Baby, and then the overall hot take. That's like the sub hot take. The overall hot take is Lil Baby only started getting good after 2019.
I don't think that's a very hot take.
No, because guys are moving like freestyle is like the Lord's Prayer fam. Like,
Freestyle is that is so hard. I can't lie.
That's okay. Another hot take. I don't like freestyle.
Really, that's a hot take.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
It's just like freestyle.
Damn.
Yeah. Like it's not okay. I don't like it. It's just very overrated. Like, come on, like it's monotonous.
Yeah, but it's like Love Sosa kind of overrated. Like Love Sosa banger.
Oh, so.
Yeah, but like, do you know what I mean? Overplayed. Like,
Yeah. I've got a hot take about Chicago coming up, but yeah, like I just feel like with the whole like Drip Too Hard, yeah,
bro.
I just feel like it's a good song.
I liked a lot of songs on that album, and that like I still listen to a couple songs.
Bro,
on
Drake
this album.
spun them on Never Recover, if I remember rightly. Drake spun them to Jupiter, but like it's just like you know what I'm saying, just absolutely spun them out their boots. But I just think Lil Baby back then, his voice used to really annoy me. Like that's how I used to rap from. Like it was nuts, bro. Like I'm like, bro, I can't listen to this. And it's like a lot of it was just there was no like conviction for me. That's why with Gunna and Lil Baby, sometimes they're a bit too like. Like after a while, that's why I like when Lil Baby got into this My Turn bag. He had a few bangers that emotionally scarred, hurting, Grace. Like he actually was proper rapping. You get me?
Even Harder Than Ever though. He's got a couple like rapping tunes on there.
Yeah, but his voice was annoying, bro. Like Lil Baby, I just feel like he was like, it didn't sound good. Like what he was saying might be the realest thing ever, but it just didn't sound like, for me personally, it didn't sound good. But
I hear what you're saying.
that's my hot take on that.
I hear what you're saying.
So yeah, my hot take was I didn't start Lil Baby.
What did you say though? He only started getting good after what?
2019. Only was when I started. It was not thinking the way it was
Okay,
called.
that's a hot take because
Bro, it to me hasn't improved, fam. Like now.
improved, but you're telling me Street Gossip wasn't a good tape. But
I like
you're
two
telling me
songs of that. I like Time, and I like Dreams to Reality with No Cap. That song is
Cocaine. Chapstars.
Nah.
Dreams
Dreams to Reality with No Cap. That song there, I've had a lot of nights to that song, fam. Bro, song's crazy. My life was hard because it had to be. What? Hey, bro, I love No Cap. But yeah, man, maybe I just a Little Baby. I just need a bit of like grit. I need a bit of. So when he's rapping, like he's got a song in his tape, My Turn, called Hurtin'. He's proper just rapping about the come up, and it's like you can feel it, and that's what I like about him. And he's even on that Lil Durk tape he dropped 2021. I think that was one of the best hard tapes of last year, in my opinion. That joint tape,
Voice of the Heroes thing.
That tape was cold. It didn't really get a lot of lash. I don't know why, but Lil Baby, bravo. Do you get it? But yeah. What's your second one?
My second hot take is that no form of music, no genre of music should be banned. No genre of music should be banned. Now you might think, well, what's that hot take, man? Because, bro, all right, what if like, I personally believe, all right, if a country singer came out tomorrow and was like, you know, went number one, but he's talking about the P word, the N word, the B word, the C word, I don't think that should be banned. I don't think it should be banned, like, because, bro, you know what? That's his truth, man. Why? Like, of course he thinks like that, bro. This guy's from the, however deep south of wherever he's from. Do you get it? Like, bro, like, for example, how can you tell someone like them country singers, like, you're wrong for thinking that, but do you get you people don't want to tell Beanie Man he's wrong for saying the things he says.
It's different, though, isn't it? Race is different to that.
I hear that. Yeah, no, it definitely is. But it's like, I don't know. Personally, to me, it's like, okay, if one of them country guys came out and started saying, I don't like Muslims, like all sorts, I'm not gonna scream for him to be banned, because that's. I'm not gonna scream for him to be banned.
But my reason is more so the fact that I want people to just. It should be there, so we can see that, so we can be exposed to the nonsense. Not exposed, but so we can see the nonsense in the world, and we know what it is, kind of thing. So it doesn't have to be pushed in my face, but I'm not gonna tell you to ban, because unless you're promoting, like, I don't know, self-destruction or something, like world destruction, or just you're singing songs about terrorism. I'll be real, like, that's a bit dangerous. I'm like, cool off. But
no, I hear that.
But in terms of like, or like, in terms of all that racist music and whatever, like, I'm not gonna say ban it, because it's like
see, Guns N' Roses, like, them guys used to say so much crud in their lyrics back in the day, innit? A lot of them.
Man, don't watch no racist in it, so they man can do what they want to do. I don't watch them in it, like, so it doesn't matter. Like, I don't need to be like, stop, because at the end of the day, they're gonna think like that, innit? Regardless if you stop it or not. You're not gonna, and I'm not gonna try. I don't try to change people, like, in terms of race, like, man just focuses on what's around me when it comes to race. I don't try to educate racists about racism.
Yeah.
You get it? Like,
sure.
That's your own, man. That's your own. Like, at the end of the day, let them do them, let us do us, literally. Like, man's not gonna try.
I hear that. You know, when, like, bro, even we had a lecture on it, like, should, like, you know what I'm on about? That lecture, yeah.
But yeah, that, in terms of you mean like homophobic lyrics, things like that?
Things like that, bro. I don't think that should be banned, innit? And, like, I understand the offense that it causes. I understand, like, it might be outdated to some people. Some people are like, that's disgusting. But, bro, I don't think it should be banned. Like,
you remember, like, back to the episode, Where's the Balance? Like, right now we see a lot of the ugly, and I'm not saying, and I never said the ugly should be banned. It should be just, we should have the good up there as well. I don't mind seeing everyone showing the good, bad, ugly. I don't mind. It's basically just representing the world through music.
Yeah.
Do you get it? I don't mind all of that stuff. As long as there's the promotions in the right places. Like, in terms of that, like, as long as there's balance in the charts. I'm not saying I'm gonna be balanced with no racist, but in terms of, like, the good and the bad, like, in terms of with the violent music, I would say violence. I'll just, like, there's gonna be a balance there, like, along with the good positive music, rather than it lopsided.
Then the whole chart's been filled with
but there's certain things that I do just wish I would never have to hear again, which is, like, either the terrorist music or devil worshipping music. I'd be real, like, that can just go on, innit?
Even then, I think,
but it's not. If you know you're not gonna be involved in that, and as long as it's not coming in the way of what I've got going on, I'm not gonna do that. But at the same time,
like, see that Lucy guy, right?
Yeah.
I hate his music personally. I don't like his music, innit? But
Lucci.
Yeah, well, yeah, that
Yeah.
guy, he's a guy, a rapper from London who wears like a devil mask, and you get his old brand is that he's a devil and he's possessed and whatever. But I don't agree with it. I don't like that brand. I don't like. You get, but I'm not gonna call for that kind of music to be banned and stop wearing the crosses upside down and doing this and doing that, bro. That's your truth.
I don't really watch them.
Make music, innit?
I don't watch them. Like, I don't watch them. As long as I'm trying to think when there comes a problem, though. As long as it's not being pushed onto me and my like, people around me, I don't mind if it's there. It's there.
As
like,
like
I don't care if a man's being racist out in Colombia. Like,
like obviously there's a certain. All right, I'm not gonna jump on a track and say, right, guys, here's how to make a, like, do you get it? Like, on a beat, talk about, okay, guys, you need to go out and commit this crime. You need to go out and beat up every Pakistani you see, beat up every this person, that person, bro. Not like that in it, but like, bro, if there's a Morgan Wallen's talking about, I don't know, his next song, okay, maybe not Morgan Wallen, but another country singer's talking about.
It's racism.
I don't know how he wants to keep his Texas white. Calm, so be it, man. You're well entitled to believe that.
I ain't trying to get into that Texas establishment anyway, so you man do what you're doing. That's what I say. That's how I see it. Like, you man do what you're doing. So I hear what you're saying. My thing is, it's just from over there, stay over there, man. Don't as long as it's not like a. If it's to the point where, for example, like, say if someone's being racist to you in Argentina, I'll be like, okay. Someone being racist to you in your next door, we'll have to handle that.
Yeah.
That's kind of the mentality I'm having, basically. Like, as long as it's not being pushed onto me, then if it's just there, it's there. Like, as long as there's other things that I can dive into, I don't have to worry about that, because there's good and bad people in the world, so we have to be accepting of that there's good and bad in the world.
Yeah.
So as long as I can choose where I tune into and it doesn't affect it, I'm fine. That's basically what I'm saying. So you might be racist, but I don't care. Like, you're in. I don't care. I've got my section here.
Yeah, you be
I'm last to my chicks.
there.
I'm knees deep in my Southside playlist in my Spotify. So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, my hot take is Chicago drill. 80% of it is aged badly.
That's so true.
Badly,
that's so
as well.
true, you know.
Badly, noisy beats, bare shouting, meaty flow. It's just that the nostalgia and the fact that they were authentic is why people like it.
Is he wrong?
Bro.
Is he wrong?
Even nostalgia. Oh, back in Science and Year Day, we used to bang this song. No, whatever, man. I'm tired. Chicago drill has aged terribly at 80% of it. Like, it's just beer shouting. It's nuts.
I think so, innit? Because right now, from the Chicago drill scene, from the original Chicago drill scene, who's popping now?
Dirk and G-Hobo, that's it.
Yeah, and you only ever hear about, like, the only people that are relevant are G-Hobo, Dirk, Chief Keef, and maybe Lil Reese, innit? But musically, Lil Reese is not relevant. No, he's only relevant because it's Lil Reese.
Yeah. That's the thing. People, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not discrediting the moment. It was an iconic time, historic time.
Yeah.
Like, we'll never see nothing like this for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Like a Chicago scene. They tried to do it with the Jacksonville thing. Once they tried it, that's what they were living. But what was going on in the Jacksonville thing is the closest we'll see. But even that was minuscule to what Chicago done. Chicago changed music forever. But in terms of, like, the actual sound of the music, like, man ain't banging no Chicago. I bang one Chicago drill song from back then, yeah. No, talking about one Chicago artist from back then. It's Lil Durk, and I bang about 3-4 songs of him from back then, and that's about it. So I got a couple of old Lil School Lil Durk songs, but in terms of songs like, no disrespect, Lil Reese, Eddie Capone, like, all them, man, like, I ain't really banging them, man. Like, it was great for that moment.
It was great in the time. I know, it's nice to look back as, like, that's a time capsule kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
It, like,
but there's guys telling me that I've seen on Twitter, Chief Keef is better than all the new school drill rappers. Like, let's stop the cap. And I'm trying to. My New Year's resolution is not comparing guys from different eras, but we know what sounds better, innit? Like, I know we're in the time right now, but I'll be real. Like, the UK drill, for example, I think is better than Chicago drill.
1,000%.
1,000%.
It's aged so much better. It's evolved so much better.
We use trickier flows.
Maybe we're biased in it, but you can see it now, innit? Chicago drill.
It's just blah blah squaw. Like, man, ain't listen to that. No, like, unless I want to get absolutely gassed for like a couple of seconds.
I think that Chicago sound had a very that was like a very distinct sound, like very raw, like not very engineered properly kind of tracks, like just raw.
Yeah, it's iconic it's an iconic moment. Like, don't get me wrong, it's an iconic moment. Like, man will never take that away. That's historic. Like, them lot done their absolute thing.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, how the music sounds, come on, man. If you're not from Chicago, man, like, don't be trying to force it, man. I'll be real. Majority 80%, not all 80%. So I do that songs that Hate Being Sober by Chief Keef that can run, fam.
You know what? It's kind of similar to kind of New York drill. Like, I don't really enjoy a lot of New York drill because a lot of it's like bang, 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 da da da, ba ba ba. Like, oh, that's a bit much.
It's a bit noisy. It's a bit noisy still.
Yeah, like
It's a
I
bit
can't.
noisy.
Yeah, like bro, if I'm just trying to chill out or something, bro.
Don't want no shit. Like,
Yeah.
don't, bro. What?
Like, ba ba ba.
There's 1 in 5 songs that I like. Other than that, 1 in 5.
There's 1 in 5 that I'll be bopping to, but I still don't like. I wouldn't be listening to it.
Yeah, because I can't really take in. Like, obviously, Favio's done his thing. I see him out there. Like, he's got his name about. I feel like he's mastered the art of networking because he's just in all the big rooms. Favio Foreign.
Oh yeah.
Since he started effing with Kanye, from those guys everywhere. Alicia Keys, a lot. Mary J. Blige, but he's doing his thing. But it's not for me. Just not for me. Just not for me, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah. What's your take though?
My final take, yeah. Now, this could be just a whole discourse into a whole different thing, and you know what? We might need to even have a whole episode specifically covering this thing in it, but I don't know because this is it's a long one, obviously. I believe that rap has evolved so much to the point where people from other cultures can represent it. So this is going back to that snippet that you posted on Block by Benzo. Go follow that. That's it was about Poet, this guy in the UK who was talking about Tim Westwood, who's a white DJ in the UK, right? He's talking about why was Tim Westwood allowed to be the face of UK hip hop culture, black culture for so many years. He's saying that that's shameful. Like, he's saying that, like, why is that the case when when Poet can't be the face of Bollywood in India, when Poet can't be the face of, do you know, that's the point I'm trying to make, right? My point is that I think rap has evolved, like, bro, if you go and watch that interview in it, Poet's kind of making out...
Did you watch it?
I watched like half of it, but it pissed me off in it because, bro, I think he's trying to be the gatekeeper of, you know, rap, and it's like, bro, I think rap has evolved so much now to the point where it doesn't just need to have only sort of like a brown, like, bro, by his logic, I can't, me as a brown person grown up not in the UK, not from a black culture, I can't have a podcast talking about rap music. That's what he's saying. I think that's bullshit. Like, who are you to tell me I can't have a podcast about rap music, bro?
But he's saying do it, but he's saying like you shouldn't be the face of it. Like, you shouldn't. Why? So Tim Westwood
He wasn't the face of it.
He was though, kind of, because he was the biggest DJ that we had, like, from rap. He shouldn't be the biggest. But that's what he's saying. He's saying he shouldn't be like in a position to be like, yeah, come through me and I'll show you UK. He shouldn't be that. And I agree with that. I agree with that. Like,
that's a good point. Like, all right, why was?
Because I'm not saying don't be a part of it. Never. I think it's evolved so much that everyone can be a part of it.
That's what, and I think
as long as your principle is right, as long as you respect the culture, anyone can be a part of it.
Yeah.
But in terms of representing it, I kind of agree, because if the representatives are not from the origin, or not part of the origin, it's like we kind of lose principle. We kind of lose the value of it. Like, I don't care how much history lessons you learn, something's in you, it's in you. For example, Bollywood. Like, if I was to go represent Bollywood, it's not in me. Even though I love it, it's just not in me. So I shouldn't. Personally, I don't know. I wouldn't even want to represent it. If I was something I wasn't from, I would want to be part of it. But I wouldn't want to be the face of it. I feel like it's not my place. It should be the founding father. That's why so much cultures from Africa, like their tribes, have been handed down because they've kept that principle.
But like, I don't know. Say if you genuinely had a passion for Bollywood, right? Yeah. And you were like, you know what, I see a problem in Bollywood, and I, as a Jamaican man, want to go over there and try and help the thing, try and build up the scene, try and, you know, do whatever I want to do in that scene, right? I don't see like the problem in you going over and doing that, like. And Poet's making out to
but
like,
he's saying help, but you can't be the face of it. I can't be I can't be now being a gatekeeper. I can't be now, I don't think so, because it's not in me. The energies that, like certain artists that you might feel because you can just relate to them being from that walk of life. That I'm not from that walk of life, so I'm judging them incorrectly. And I feel like reason why you should have someone from the culture. Now my point is start to make sense. Is that, for example, Tim West had these black boys on there on the drill platform, that crib session, incriminating themselves. I know that was their choice, but he never told them, you know what, censor this. You know what?
Yeah, you made a good point. Like,
censor this, and I feel like if someone was from the culture, they would never have had that. Look at Kenny West, they ain't doing that. He ain't doing the smoking on this, smoking on that on his Mad About bars.
Yeah,
he's there to promote the talent. Now Tim Westwood was just promoting gangsterism.
I do hear that he was promoting the worst parts of
black culture. Yeah. That's dangerous.
When you look to his platform, bro, it was a lot of it was alright. Like, you see these guys all talking about shooting and stabbing. When it was on the news, he was on the news for not good things. He was on the news because Digga D got bagged for.
He had an idea of it. He had an idea of it. Put it this way, much as we're from where we're from, we're English as well, innit? Part basically, innit?
Yeah.
And I don't see myself as English, but we're English on paper, innit? What I mean by that is, like, there's English culture. We understand it.
Yeah.
Like, we understand it. So we can represent England small because we are immersed in it. But was Tim Westwood immersed in black culture from the get go? He's had an idea of it? We haven't had a chance to have an idea of anything in England because we lived in it. This is our reality. But in terms of Tim Westwood, bear in mind, man was from East Anglia, you know, like in Norwich and that. So he's probably thinking, like, what's over there in London? Oh, black people, let's run. Yeah, let's go get it. I want to go and chat to the girls that are whining. I want to dagger him like the local creep that he is. And it's like, that's what's going on, isn't it? I feel like when you don't have people that are from the culture representing, you put yourself at risk of having scenarios like him exploiting black people. Because I feel like if he was out there promoting the good and the good as well, like positive guys that come up there, you know what, he's bigging up guys that have a positive message, as well as the guys that don't have a message. Then I'm like, right, you're doing a service for the culture, because doing a service is like you don't get nothing out of it. You're just doing a service for the culture.
He hasn't had Nux on his thing. He hasn't had Nux do concession.
If you're not serving the culture, you're just getting bread off it. I don't think you're in a position. And I feel like when you do a service for something that you like love, it, like same way you're in a religion, you do a service to God, Allah, whatever, you know what I'm saying, Buddha, you know what I'm saying, you do a service to that. But if you're just doing something for just like monetary gain, you can't represent that, man. I'll be real, like, you're done. You're done. You're done.
100% in it. I was just annoyed because to me it was like poets saying, if you're not from the culture, you can't be the face of it. But it's like what does being the face of it mean? Like,
you can be a face in the culture, but being the face is like Tim Westwood is like, it's just the fact that no black guy was in a high position than him.
I don't think he was the face. I think he was definitely a big face, but I don't think he was the face.
You think about the two biggest DJs, neither of them are white, but neither of them are black, sorry. And I think that is a problem. I feel like we should have
Tim Westwood and who?
Charlie Sloth.
But
that we should have DJs that are in Tim Westwood's position as well as Tim Westwood. Tim Westwood should just be another DJ. Look at America. They got DJs that are not black.
Yeah.
But they're amongst it. There's a guy. Do you watch Drink Champs?
Drink Champs, yeah.
Who's that guy? Hispanic guy.
I don't know.
He seems like he genuinely loves it. Like, I don't know him that well, but he seems like he genuinely loves it. But he's there alongside Nora, and it works.
Yeah.
Don't have you just there by yourself now. like you gotta be there, like be there, and then it's like I want you to show that you're immersed in this. That man's comfy with everyone. Like I'm proper immersed in this. I'm not giving up. When I mean there by yourself, you can be there by yourself, but if you're not giving opportunities to other people, like being of service to the culture, then I have a problem. But the fact that he's there, people from the culture, is like, raw, you're actually bringing people in. You just want to be a part of this. Like,
he's seen it as a, like you said, as well, cash cow. He's seen it.
And getting into the culture being in the culture doesn't mean you have to go to the top. Why do you have to conquer it? Like, why do you have to be the leader of it? Why can't you just be chilling? Because you know what it is with me? I'm so happy to just be part of this culture myself, just to be in it. Obviously, I want to go where I need to go, but in my life, I don't be in the face of the culture. I'm happy to be. I'm just in it. I'm representing it, but I'm representing it just being in it. Like that's me. I'm cool. What I want to do for myself and for the culture is big, but in terms of like I don't need to conquer it. Like I don't need to put a face like you have to go through me, please.
Yeah,
That's
I hear that.
That's some what's the Christopher Columbus thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I mean? For example, if this podcast deeply apologize, when this podcast when it's going to them levels, and bro, like I just don't want people to be coming up and saying, oh, but how is Nothing But Music podcast, one of the hosts is Jamaican, one of the hosts is Pakistani.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
How's this American coming and bucking him, and but he's not from the culture. But it's like, bro,
no, I think it's nonsense. I feel like if you genuinely love it, that's what it is. And being from the culture might not be. Sometimes being from the culture can just be like, yeah, like you said, you can be in the culture. I'm saying you can't represent that. I think Poet was a bit literal. So he was saying like it's black only. No, I'm just saying like I could be. It's everyone. Like I'm just saying like I don't want no cash cows. Yeah, I don't want no people using it for no cash cow because I never really liked him. So to be honest,
yeah,
like, it's just like I always felt uncomfortable how he was dancing with the young black girls because we're just not doing that. I mean, there's certain things that me as a black man, I just know Tim Westwood likes doing it. I know a black man wouldn't do that. So for example, the first thing I got to was him having the drill artist on there. No black man his age, because they know how it goes by that point. If you're bringing drill artists, say, you know what, come and just diss each other and the thing, and we're just gonna get a couple of views. You're gonna get bagged after this, so what? Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. And I wouldn't want to do that for any other culture. That's me personally, but that's just shows the kind of person that he is. But it's a tricky one still. But and same way, have you seen the video of the white girls rapping Lil Baby?
Oh, recently, yeah.
Someone said you lot applauding them when you're singing Ed Sheeran, they ain't giving you the same props.
Or what when Osman are singing Lego House?
Yeah, they're not giving us the props, so like don't be overgassing them too much. Like you get me?
I don't think it's that deep, innit?
It's a bit of fun, but I feel like I hear both sides. I do hear both sides.
I hear both sides, innit? Like it's. Well, I don't.
But yeah, my hot take, last one. None of it's quite simple. None of Nine's albums are better than his mixtapes. None.
Wow, that's frazzled my brain now.
So he's got his 4 mixtapes. Is it 4? So
you said none of his albums are better than his mixtapes.
Yeah, none. So his mixtapes are From CR to Hollywood, Gone to November, Low to the Soul, and One Foot In. Bro, none of his albums are touching either, though.
Well, you're thinking, bro, you think Loyal to the Soil, for example, is better than Crop Circle.
Crop Circle is his strongest album.
Crop Circle's one of his strongest bodies of work, like, in general, bro. One of his I didn't say the strongest. I said one of the strongest, but one of his strongest bodies of work. Dare I say it's really up there, innit? Dare I say it's up there.
Crop
See
Circle.
the Nines purists, bro. Them like
Jodeci back gave it all, losing myself, money in my mind, lick shots, line of fire pot. Oh my days. I'll give you say it's level, because me personally, I think that's his. Out of his mixtapes, that's the one I enjoyed the least. But I still enjoyed it. But I'll say that's the one I enjoyed the least. But nah, bro,
what? I don't know, because you know what, like, oh man,
I would have had a kid of
like
you.
Church Road to Hollywood and
bro, his mixtapes got that different.
You know what? If Crop Circle was not a thing, I would agree with you 100%.
His mixtapes are just like episodes of his, like literal episodes of his life. All of them. Like it's just like, and it's just like, if you know what a life of a trapper in Church Road is, just listen to the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like it's so like descriptive. Like I love this. And like a series.
Yeah.
You got the girl tunes about I would have had a kid with this girl, but she hasn't got a good rep and all that stuff. Like loads of things. Like I think his weakest project for me was either One Foot Out or the most recent one, Crabs in the Bucket.
Yeah.
Crabs in the could be Crabs in the Bucket.
I think
Crabs in the Bucket had good songs and then not so not good songs.
It had some bangers on there.
Yes, of course.
Airplane Mode, like NIC All Stars, that was hard. With Clavish and
All Stars, apart from Clavish, though.
no, Clavish came with the hard.
Apart from Clavish, yeah. Yeah, but
yeah, no, Clavish, bro. Who
Clavish
else
is
was on that
flipping
track?
cold, by the way. Anyway, separately,
Clavish is too cold. Yeah,
flipping
Frosty was, bro. Nah, cold. That track was hard. That track was hard.
I'm alright still.
Airplane mode.
Yeah, banger. But
One of the
loyal,
best NSG songs.
loyal to the soul. 1 Foot In. Oh my, play that tape in the summer. Like I've been banging nines recently, innit? That tape in the summer, like it's proper, like just vibey, like.
No, I know what you mean. 100%.
Like, just another day. It's just another day on the strip.
1 Foot In might be his best project. I think Nine's his best project.
It's either that for me or from
Or
Seattle to
Cops Up.
Hollywood. So those are the two. But that literally is. I always battle those two.
Oh, yeah.
Because 1 Foot In. Oh my days.
It's,
The intro, finally rich, like. Grind for real, I ain't gonna sign the deal to my tick store. Time to chill. Like, bro, he's got.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know how I feel about that one,
bro.
man.
Crop Circle was strong because
Crop Circle was.
Because it's even like the Dave song.
Yeah, but the Dave song was so cold, so cold. The outro as well.
We the nice purest shit, man. I'm real. Gone to November. Oh, I can't even. If I start looking at it, I know I'm gonna bag it when I get home.
No, yeah, literally. When it's the summer, bro, that Crop Circle album as well. That is so
the Eagle
hard.
song. I like Line of Fire Part 5. That was absolutely smoky. Like that's the rap that I couldn't.
Yeah.
You see, when it comes to rapper, rap and all that stuff, UK, I'll be real. Like, that's my final bonus one. But I think we both agree with this. When it comes to rapper, and that, yeah, I'll be real. Like, I'm talking about no auto, just traditional hip hop. UK got it.
100%.
UK got it. Potter, Nines,
That's a hot
Squeaks,
take.
Joe
And I know
Black,
we've
Benny
got.
Banks.
I know we've got a lot of American listeners, a lot of foreign listeners in general.
Yeah,
bro. You man, like you're sleeping on the UK's
sleeping
lyrical
I
prowess.
saw Mozzie. He tweeted like, "Who in the UK who in the UK do I want to work with? Should I work with?" And they were like, everyone's like Rimsey, Potter, Rimsey as well, bro.
Rimsey is
Young Tef.
so hard.
We got rappers. Like I don't really, apart from like Meat Mill and like one or two others from like back then. I'm lying. 4 or 5 others from back then. I'm not really banging US rappers.
US
rap like
rappers, the only people I'm banging from like straight US Boris is no cap the Griselda guys, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he like Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, them
he's
guys,
cold. Benny Butcher's cold.
Yeah.
I won't lie, he's cold.
He's probably one of the coldest Boris in America. Right
I like
now.
Meek, Mozzie, Benny, and I like obviously Rick Ross and like
With them, yeah.
the older lot, innit? But like,
Yeah.
no, that crowd. But those are my right now. It's Meek, Mozzie, Benny the Butcher, and Rick Ross.
But
and
from the
obviously
UK,
Jay-Z.
like, bro, no one in America is dropping tapes like Potter's well. Like, apart from maybe Benny the Butcher,
Yeah,
where it's just
Potter.
straight rap. But Potter's straight bars that like from intro to outro bar.
I don't know why we're just better. I just feel like we're just even Meeks and that is cold.
I feel like you said it on a podcast once, innit? I feel like because you know them Americans just drop out of school and dropped out of school in year 9, like grade 9. Bro,
yeah.
them guys like, but here it's okay. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you mean like their vocabulary and that?
Yeah, like our vocabulary here in the UK
Well,
is.
them man reading Joe as well. Potter's got a vocab.
Yeah.
Getting money's my prerogative.
What I respect about him is, bro, I'm pretty sure in the interview he's talking about he used to read a dictionary in jail or something.
Yeah,
A lot of these like that's so cold.
But yeah, no, it's mad though. Quickly before we get to wrap up, soon, what are you banging right now?
What songs am I banging? I was listening to Lauryn Hill on the way here.
Even back, I see you put on your Instagram story like them slow jams.
Yeah, bro.
What he's
No,
doing,
because do you know what it is? It's because obviously go watch that episode of Leah Talk Stuff. That was last week. It was our
This
first
is the
ever
bit when Nuria starts
singer,
like putting the
R&B.
annotations in the thing.
Yeah.
That's why she's looking up. I saw when we started talking about what we're bagging right now. There is like this.
Yeah, bro, no, cold, and then bro,
Yeah,
Lauryn
no.
Hill, X Factor, banger.
Yeah.
The Knox and Stormzy, Die Hard, banger.
That in fact, I can't never hit them notes, bro. It's just she goes bare high. It ain't working. You know the ones.
Cold.
You know the ones. The mad one. I like what have I been banging? Oh, I'm always banging everything. What I mean, I've just been banging. There's a guy called Chronic Law. He's Jamaican. He's got a song called Still Living. He's got some bars. He was like, he said he would have drowned in his tears if he couldn't swim. That's a bar, fam. But it's depressed. It's deep, yeah. But that's a bar.
It's a bar, bro.
He said he would have drowned his tears, but he couldn't swim, so he had to handle it. Like that's hard. That's hard. And he said he got some other bars. I've been banging Chronic Law. I've been banging of course, No Caps tape. cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been banging it. Like, he's got that really summer. You see what them American, like, them auto-tune guys, because it's in America, you can just block. It's summer. They got a summer vibe to it. So you know they like a lot of pain songs and that. You can bang it in the summer because of the beat and that and the melody and that. It's like a rusty guitar like singing.
Well, no,
like,
I don't want to speak too soon, but like from the 3 tracks of No Caps thing, I don't know if I'm gonna be banging it. If I want to have a good smiley summer,
that half of it is. But when it gets there,
I'll definitely give it a listen. Cause
watch out for Gorilla. That's a song. Gorilla's on that song. It's like it's Gorilla, but Gorilla. That's the punchline. And then it's like on another song. It's like Grenade, nuts. Save the Day of Kodak. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, Kodak was holding on.
Yo, hot picture bagging it on a summer night, fam.
Yeah.
We will walk with Magnum in hand. Jeez.
No, but bro, that's what I mean. It's one of them sad ones, and them summer when the night's done, the motor's over, you're walking home. It's one of them ones, man.
Yeah, but boy, catch us, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, and subscribe.
Trust me. Thank you for tuning in. Obviously, we'll catch you lot next week, and yeah. Obviously, like and subscribe. Follow the Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon if you're rating what we're doing here. But yeah, we'll see you lot next week, innit?